Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm really hyped up today. I got a special guest, B-Bubb. And today we're going to talk about Clarissa Shields and Corn Joe. We're going to talk about the Undisputed with Crawford versus Errol Spence. We're going to also talk a little bit about Tyson Fury and his antics. And then we're going to talk about Loma versus Haney recap. Welcome everybody to Ring Walk Boxing Podcast. Today is a special podcast because I got a special guest, the one and only B-Bubb.
What's up, B-Bubb in the building? Happy to be here. Talking a little bit about boxing. Put my face on the same one time.
Yeah, and something I was kind of chopping it up with one of our cousins about is just that I want to shine Cincinnati in a different spotlight or just Ohio period, because you had so many so close, but yet so far away moments, you know what I'm saying? Cincinnati Bengals went to the Super Bowl. Our home team came up short 2 or 3 seasons ago. UC was doing their thing in college football. They fell short. So it's like, I want to showcase 513 Cincinnati, and I got the perfect man right here to help me achieve that today. To kind of let them see a different side of Cincinnati, something positive. And in the future, these shows will get bigger and better. You know what I'm saying? I hope to have people on here like reach out to Tony Tubbs of Cincinnati or Adrian Broner right here from Cincinnati. So be looking out for future podcasts, because we're gonna really delve into some things.
Of course, the older fighters, Aaron Pryor,
Facts.
as a Charles.
There's a Charles. We can't forget you. I'm gonna do a special one about you.
So many people, so many great boxers that came up out of Cincinnati. It's like people don't even understand just Ohio period, but
Yeah.
Cincinnati definitely, put a stamp.
Facts. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into this today. And I'm just gonna talk a little bit about Clarissa Shields and Corn Joe. I'm not too privy on Corn Joe. She's a replacement for Hannah Gabriels. Did you see the Hannah Gabriels versus Clarissa Shields fight? That was the first time Clarissa got dropped.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. Like, I know a lot of history about Clarissa. Her upbringing and her going to the Olympics and stuff like that. But yeah, that fight right there, I ain't that she got dropped. Hold on, what fight? When was that? What was that? Was that like a professional fight, or was she in the Olympics?
That was a professional fight when she fought Hannah Gabriels. First time she gets dropped and got up and came back to win the fight.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Oh, definitely. And like you said, her upbringing and everything, man, she's from the Midwest. A few hours
Shout out to what's that? Flint,
Michigan. Yeah. And while we talking about Flint, we'll come down a little bit south and shout outs to all of my family up in Detroit. On the Laurie side, my mama's side, the Lackey side, the Frierson side. Special shout outs to my cousin Larry Chandler up in Detroit. Much love. So we'll go ahead and move on to this undisputed fight that we definitely been waiting for. It's been bubbling for a long time. And that's Crawford versus Errol Spence. So cousin, go ahead and let them know what's up.
Crawford and Errol Spence. Well, I'm gonna just start it out. Like, of course, I'm going with Spence. Not to say it like that, because I was a Terrence Crawford fan when he was fighting on the undercards. Adrian Broner undercard, actually, when I got hip to Terrence Crawford. He ain't. I don't go off of looks as far as who tough and who ain't tough. But to me, Terrence ain't look tough, and I ain't know who Terrence was at that time. Matter of fact, he fought Gamboa. He fought Gamboa. Way him and Gamboa fought. I'm like, damn, ooh, a fight. Hold on, he switched up to Southpaw. Like he impressed me on the Gamboa fight, and ever since then I've been, following Terrence Crawford, and like he good. But Errol Spence, Errol Spence is just, you saw special, man. And when I say special, like he got his own art. I mean, they all got their own art, and what I mean by art is, what's their trademark, and like to a lot of boxing fans or whatever, they might underrate Errol Spence and just think Errol Spence is just a one-dimensional fighter. Like Errol Spence, he got a lot of stuff up on his head that people don't even understand. Like he got power. Errol Spence gonna hit you on the same spot, like repeatedly, like good in the inside, good in the clinch. You know how to walk you down, you know how to bully you, you know how to box. He just all around, just to me, a great fighter. And I think personally, Errol Spence is gonna stop Terrence Crawford. I'm gonna say 11 round.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 11th round. Just I think because the reason I say 11th round because Terrence ain't gonna give up. It's gonna be more. He just ain't gonna be able to continue. And the reason I say that, I just feel like it's gonna be more like I just think physically, I don't think Terrence gonna be able to survive Errol Spence. Just that's my take.
Man, I love the way you just said everything. Because a lot of what you just spoke on is my same sentiment. As far as Spence and Crawford, man, I definitely feel like Crawford has certain aspects to his game where he's going to be kind of crafty. He got good footwork. He's slick. He's a switch hitter, so he can fight from right-handed to southpaw, which is a special gift he has. But Spence just got a certain determination to me, to where he gonna go for the gusto, man. He knows how to break you down, and that's what's important too. I mean, too many people rely on just try to pinpoint a punch to knock out a person with a punch, and they're just trying to land that big punch off, but they're not really trying to set it up. Spence, he gonna break down the body of Crawford, I think, in a way that he's never ever felt. You know what I'm saying? Spence to me is kind of like the Marvin Hagler back in the day. He's relentless. He could take a punch and he keep coming, and he kind of got that body work.
You definitely is short.
Yeah, like Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go to the body and set you up, and then come up top. You know what I'm saying? And when he does it, he's just ferocious.
I call on a rubber band, man. It's almost like, shooting a rubber band. You know how a rubber band just so flexible and just bounce right back. Like it's almost like he could. It just the way he positioned his punches is like you got to be flexible to do that. Like not like it just the way that he shoot them body shots and the way that he could turn with it and he could come back in position, and I don't know, man. Like he a shark. He just know how to walk him down, man. Like, but we gonna see. I like Terrence too, though. Terrence special too. It's gonna be a great fight, and it can go either way. Shout out Terrence for taking this fight and making it happen. For real, for me, this the best year of boxing that we had in a long time. We got to see Tank, we got to see Devin, we got to see Shakur. Now we about to get to see Terry. Like we got to see everybody. So, boxing really where it's supposed to be right now. So, shout out to boxing. And just to put out there, I'm a fan of boxing. You know, I'm not no fan of a fighter. To me, that's just weird. You know, if you beatable, you beatable. If you unbeatable and you just constantly showing that you unbeatable, I'm wrong with you. Regardless, you know, take a lot of guts to get in the ring, but you know, it's all about the best man. So I'm a fan of boxing. You know, I ain't with all that weird stuff, and I'm gonna just keep it at that.
Yeah, well said, cuz old man. I feel the same way. Um, I was in a boxing group on FB. So shout out to everybody on boxing updates. And basically, man, it's like it's a 50-50 with me, Crawford and Spence. I'm just saying that I lean towards Spence a little more, obviously, because I'm a fan. Not that I don't like Terrence Crawford. I do like him, and I respect his bride as well. You know what I'm saying? He's putting his life on the line just like Spence is, you know, on his end. But you know, they both been through something. You know what I'm saying? Spence been through a terrible car wreck, surgeries and all that, and then you had Crawford who was a knife or whatever. He got shot in the head. So they both been through something.
He also, you know, when it comes to sports, you know, from what I hear, I don't mean to cut you off, you know, he used to wrestle and all types of stuff. Like Terrence, he tough, man. Tough dude. Like it's gonna be two tough guys. Like, man, this gonna be the best fight of the year. I personally think so. You know, like I can't wait to put my money on this fight. Of course, you got to go with somebody. I'm going with Earl Spence. I'm putting it out there. I'm gonna say Earl gonna stop him with 11 rounds. So y'all heard it from me. You know, B-Bubb. You know, that's what it is.
Yeah, and my prediction is real close to yours. I was saying around 10 that Spence is gonna stop Crawford. It's gonna be a war, but I think the body shots and certain things will be the major difference in this fight. I don't think that Crawford has had to endure that type of body punishment. And the type of way he works his opponent's body is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He's swarming all over you. You know. So
I do think Terrence Crawford gonna surprise Earl where Earl gonna make some adjustments. Like I'm gonna say that I could see some flash punches getting into Earl Spence guards that's gonna wake Earl Spence where he gonna have to make a major adjustment. I don't think this is just gonna be no I'm gonna walk down Terrence Crawford. Like I don't see that neither. So I'm gonna put that out there. You know, this ain't just about to be no walk in the park, and you know, but I just think physically, I think Earl Spence gonna eventually, you know, dominate the fight by you know, maybe 10, or maybe I'm gonna go with 11 though. Go to the decisions, you know, that could go either way. So we'll see.
all right. So I'm gonna just take a quick moment, man, just to talk about Tyson Fury coming out of left field like he do, man, and his antics, man. You know, I'm pretty sure this guy was a class clown back in school because he has a lot of ways that are not professional, and you know, you'd be just shaking your head like you claiming all of a sudden he sent AJ another contract, but him knowing right now AJ is potentially fighting Wilder at the end of the year in December, and a warm up with possibly Dillian White or somebody. So why is Tyson all of a sudden coming at AJ as if he want to negotiate a fight with him, knowing that AJ got so much going on?
I feel like it's cloud chasing.
That's what I feel like, cause
I'm so tired of the cloud chasing and boxing. I understand you gotta, you know, promote yourself, but it just seems like if you want to fight, man, let the fight happen. All these, you know, other fighters that show boxing that we could make these fights happen. You know, at the end of the day, either you the man or you ain't the man. I feel like, you know, you get paid all this money. I mean, I understand business is business, but at the same time, man, like who's the best? You know, I want to see AJ and Wilder fight.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And personally, I want to see Uzi again and Fury fight.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, I mean, y'all the ones with the belt. Y'all got the belt, so you know, like make that fight happen. Who the best between y'all? You know, and who the best between Wilder and AJ? Somebody got to go.
Somebody got to go.
You know, and I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to see no Dylan White and no AJ fight. Like that shit, you know, excuse my language. You know, I ain't trying to over here, you know, in these states over in America, like, you know, ain't nobody watching. Ain't nobody watching that fight. I can't see that.
Yeah, I couldn't see it doing really good numbers. You know, if AJ rematched Dillian White for what? You know what I'm saying? I know Dillian White's defense he was injured in the fight. He wasn't 100%.
Dylan White washed. I don't see these guys lose too many times. Like, nobody trying to see these guys. Like, come on, man.
Right.
Watch. What was you know, my memory? I'll be trying to, you know, think of these fighters, and who the other one just lost to Dylan White?
Jermaine Franklin? Or was it before that?
Before that.
Okay. It was Jermaine Franklin. That was a close fight. And Dillian White won a decision. Controversial decision. Prior to that, it was Tyson Fury knocked out Dillian White.
Right. Tyson Fury, matter of fact, that's who was Tyson Fury last fight?
His last fight was Derek Chisora.
That's what I'm talking
Really?
about. Yeah, that's one that he washed too. That was the point that I was trying to make. Him and Dylan White washed. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody trying to see these guys anymore. They, you know, if you got to go through them to maybe climb a ladder, okay, I can see that. But I don't want to see no champions fighting these washed up guys no more. Like, it's a big ass waste of time. So
Yeah. So like basically, in other words,
basically Dubai. I wouldn't mind seeing AJ fight Dubai or Wilder fight guys. Like,
yeah.
I think them will be good fights. And but as far as Uzi and Fury, that gotta happen. Like, we need to see an undisputed champion
Facts.
with all the belts. Like, it's nothing. That's like almost the end of the game when you hit the reset button. Like, all right, we made it happen. You know, outside of that, I ain't like, but what's gonna happen? One belt gonna have to be given up, or somebody gonna get hurt, and the belts end up in other hands, and now somebody got to unify these belts all over again. Like, and we, you know, we go through the same, you know, thing where we trying to see who the best in the division. Like right now, you got one guy that got how many belts? The WBO,
Yeah.
the
WBA, I think.
the WBA,
IBO.
and IBO.
Then Tyson got the WBC.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what, 4 belts. How many belts is it? It's over
4, maybe 5. But yeah, it's kind of like
what's the average? What'd you say? The IBO? What's the
IBO.
IBO? Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, they got so many belts it get confusing to people.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Way too much.
Okay, so you got a WBC, which is Tyson Fury.
Yeah. And lineal, which is Tyson Fury. But I don't know if lineal, you know, that's like, I don't know if that's a made up belt or what.
Yeah.
There's too much going on.
But the main thing is the major belts Uzi got and Fury got.
Facts.
You know, so why not just unify them belts in between Wilder and AJ? You know, like just like how Loma keep on having this opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You just come up off a loss, but you somehow knock Shakur Stevenson up out the box. Like, come on, man. Like I ain't feeling it. I'm gonna just say that. And I watched the fight. And I wasn't worried about what the commentators and what the masses were saying, because you don't keep it 100. You know, most of the people that was in that audience and that crowd was drinking, came in high, wasn't paying attention like I was paying attention. That camera was in the ring, and guess what? I seen Haney come out from the first round, even though he did lose some rounds, but at the end of the day, I seen Haney come out from the beginning, and that made the difference in the fight. He started out strong, and in the end, he got the decision, rightfully so. Which if it was a draw, I wouldn't have been mad. But at the end of the day, I would have still been like, Haney won that fight. But it wasn't to the point where it's like Loma got robbed. Loma ain't did enough to win the fight. And I seen that Haney landed more power punches. I don't mean to get off of, Tyson Fury and AJ. I just basically, compare like, Mud said like maybe Wilder shouldn't get another shot. I feel like Wilder should get another shot at the title. Because at the end of the day, we're really trying to fight him right now. No, nobody. Yeah, he that dangerous.
Right.
AJ ain't trying to fight him, we know that. And I was an AJ fan. I was an AJ fan before a lot of people even got hit on it.
You made me an AJ fan for real. Yeah, that's why I became a fan of AJ because of truthfully, truth be told, since I'm talking about that, the reason why I got passionate about boxing again is because of this man sitting to the left of me right now, kicking it at Cuzzo house. He telling me about different fighters. He telling me about Wilder over here that's knocking all his opponents out. UK
heavyweight
Jay
was dead.
Yeah, was dead.
Like, well, Wilder, he put some life into the heavyweight division, and it's like, he made me interested in what was going on in the heavyweight, because for a long time I wasn't paying attention, wasn't interested. What was this guy knocking people out like Mike Tyson?
Right.
He ain't moving like Tyson. He ain't got no footwork. But he proved to me that all it takes is one punch. So, I understand that much. He definitely showed that enough times to be convinced.
Yeah.
But, back to Loma Chico, that I personally feel like got too many opportunities, and you knock on undisputed champions up out the box. Shakur Stevenson, like, I just ain't, I don't understand that, At the end of the day, you got other people you can fight, It's plenty of people you can fight, What they say, get back in line. You had your chance. At the end of the day, get these other young fighters who ain't been beat the opportunity. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you got Tank, you got Shakur, and you got Haney. And right now, these are the guys that need to be fighting each other. Somebody need to go. We don't seen all you other people, Or y'all, at the end of the day, we know what it is in boxing. There's only a few guys that's winning that division right now. But I don't want to get too caught up in that, because it's like, we go through all the different weight classes. I know who the talent is. But just to put it out here, or put it out there, like in boxing doing real good right now. It's definitely exciting. But I want to see the heavyweight step it up, step up to the plate like all these other divisions. They going hard in these other divisions. I mean, action-packed going hard, where it's like, oh, I don't got my money worth. Heavyweight is like, we still playing this Floyd Mayweather game, all this little WWF, like that's stuff that made people be like, man, I'm about to keep on spending my money on these whack fights. I mean, I love boxing, but like, come on, I know when I'm being robbed.
Right.
Come on. Games is over. We paying attention now. Us boxing fans paying attention, even to all you trolls out there that only get on, the internet because y'all want to sell face of boxing and all that weird stuff. At the end of the day, how about whoever the most talented, be the face of boxing? You eliminate, race, you eliminate all this other stuff, and who the most talented? That's what I go with,
Yeah.
And I definitely like clean fighters too. I can't respect nobody, got to take any enhancement drugs and, different stuff like that to be the best. Or they gotta, like, you know, whoever the best. So, you know, that's what boxing needs.
Facts. Facts. Definitely needs a clean up. And just speaking on what you were speaking on as far as Loma versus Haney, I went back to watch it a second time, but I didn't get to finish it thoroughly, and I was gonna watch it with the volume off. However, from what I seen in the first fight, and I analyzed pretty good, it was tight. I mean, you got two guys who are fighters that they go in the ring to hit and not get hit. They both got a slick way about themselves. You know, Loma's more of that like matrix. Similar,
You definitely got some footwork.
Haney got footwork himself. I mean, they got different styles, but their main objective is to hit, not get hit.
And I just feel like, you know, when it comes to the sports, like I say, when it comes to football, when it comes to basketball, when it comes to just say the Olympics, you know, we all, you know, just say we from America, you know, this our country, and you know, and I'm gonna just say the Olympics. You know, we root for America. So why when it comes to boxing, it always got to be the race, or this race lose to this race, especially when somebody lose to African American people. Be like, when I go on Facebook and read some of the comments, it just be like disturbing just to know like, okay, we ain't having these issues in basketball and football. Not to say that, you know, racism doesn't exist in the sports, but it is more of a support versus this guy on because of his race, he's scoring all the touchdowns. It'd be more of a unified, you know, everybody cheering and yeah, we going to the Super Bowl. But boxing is like, it get ugly because it's like this person, because he is complexion, he got special privileges, like all that stuff. Just I just don't understand it. Like maybe because I'm a fan of the sport versus a fan of a fighter, even though I might have my picks. But at the end of the day, if I lose that pick, it's like me going to the, you know, casino rolling the dice. Like I might have a favorite number. My favorite number on the first roll, of course, is gonna be 7. You know, because I mean, I just feel like, you know, but it's other, you know, points that could make you win too, though. But long story short, you know, I don't know. I just, if my favorite fighter lose, I'm not gonna make all the excuses on this and that. The judges, we know a robbery when we see one. A close fight ain't no robbery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it can go either way, that's no robbery. It's a draw, then it's a draw. Run it back. But at the end of the day, it's like, because your favorite fighter didn't win, don't mean he got robbed, so he should get the belts. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all need to cut it out.
And speaking on robberies, just because I heard another podcast talk about this, is the word robbery, it gets misused so much. So understand what a robbery is. I'll give you a prime example. And I'm a Evander Holyfield fan like no other. But when he fought Lennox Lewis in the first fight, that was a robbery. When they said it was a draw, and Lennox clearly beat Holyfield decisively, that's a robbery. So people don't know when to use a term. They just use it and abuse it.
Yeah, we don't saying so many robberies. Like, we know what a robbery is. Like you said, stop throwing that word around. You know, for Haney not to even be in his prime, like, and the skill and the determination that he showed in the fight that he gave at his age and the way that he carried himself, man, it just, you know, I'm 43 years old, you know, young enough to be my son. The way he carried himself, like, man, like, you know, I take my head off, you know, he humble. You know, Devin Haney humble, and he doing it the right way. And I could respect that. Yeah, he might not be the most exciting fighter, but I understand his style of fighting. He a boxer, and he outboxed Loma, so you know, like you gotta give us respect. These young guys, Shakur Stevens. Look who he beat. Who was that? Vargas?
I think he beat him. And,
The one when he took all the belts. How he ended up? 'Cause I remember he was.
trying to think who he beat. The other belts.
I forget how he. Cause he was just what undisputed one. Shakur Stevens, and I forget, did he move up in weight or something like that? Like gave his belt something?
He did move up the weight. I'm just trying to remember for what reason. I want to say he couldn't make that weight.
Yeah, he couldn't make that weight.
He said that.
But he had all the belts though. So, like at the end of the day, he an undisputed champion. You know what I'm saying? And he moved up. If I'm wrong, correct me. Like,
oh yeah.
From
If I was wrong, hey, likewise here. If I'm wrong, that's why we have a comment section, and I appreciate these people internationally because y'all chime in, comment underneath, and let us know, was it Shakur who was undisputed? Because we do know that Haney is undisputed right now.
Yeah, we definitely know that.
Definitely know that.
And we know who the face of boxing is. We know Tank is the face of boxing. So I feel like, everybody need to cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Or who the face of boxing. Like, we know who the face. We know who's gonna bring the money in that arena. Tank, period. And it ain't all about money, but at the end of the day, he bringing out the stars. Yeah, he made me put in vacation day at my job and be like, I'm watching this fight. Like, so yeah, you definitely the face of boxing when you got people putting in vacation days. So yeah, but like we said, we got Shakur, we got Davin, we got Tank.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I mean, that's
three-headed dragon.
Yeah. That's who they got to take each other out. Everybody else had that opportunity, And no subject. I feel like, what the referee did in that Rolling Romero fight, I could almost call that a robbery.
Yeah, now something like that. That's what you would consider a robbery or some underhanded type stuff.
Yeah, because he was working Rolling. And it's like, come on, how many times Rolling gonna be in these positions? Like me personally, I just don't feel like Rolling gonna be around too much longer.
Yeah.
I feel like, because he talk a lot of good stuff,
on the entertainment side of things,
yeah.
But as far as skill, he can't put his money where his mouth is. He always cashing checks.
Cause he looked horrible.
I mean,
He looked horrible in that fight. He definitely ain't on that elite level. I don't know how he getting these opportunities, but at the end of the day, shout out. I guess at the end of the day, you know how to run your mouth. Closed mouths don't get fed. So
you be writing checks, he can't cash. That's
yeah, he definitely bounce. And AB coming back to
this summer, June or July.
Kind of interesting, seeing AB. I mean, can't never go wrong with watching an AB fight.
Yeah, he gonna break it.
Yeah.
Entertainment and everything. So shout out to AB 513, stand up. I'm standing right here, Cincinnati. Yeah. Pretty much it. I mean, we had a good show here, and I appreciate all the viewers around the world. Tony Lawrence in Belgium, what's up, man? Check out this podcast I was telling you about. And anybody who inboxes me on FB from Africa, you know what I'm saying? Sam, all you guys in UK, y'all love y'all boxing in the UK. Y'all give a lot of love and support me. Thank you again to everybody around the world.
And Cuba, shout out to everybody, everybody. Cuba got great fighters. Mexico. Shout out to every culture in boxing that love boxing and keep the sport alive. And I just want to say that without the you know, fans of boxing, what will boxing be? You know, without people to, you know, debate with, what will boxing be? I think that's the best part of boxing for me, that, you know, at the end of the fight, you know, the debates, you know, but just let's start making the debates make sense. That's
Yeah, make it make sense. And you know, while I'm giving a shout out, I can't forget you, Big OG, Kiki's on 15, man. Shout out to you for doing what you do for the youth out there, getting them in the boxing gyms, and giving them a outlet. Big shout out.
and you know, looking forward to being back on the show once again. B-Bubb. Eventually, I have, you know, me a platform. But you know, as of right now, I want to make sure I come and, you know, show some support, you know, to this podcast, and, you know, tune in, and 9 times out of 10, y'all will be seeing more of me. And, you know, shout out Cincinnati and all around the world. Yeah, looking forward to being on the show again.
Oh yeah, and like he said, pretty soon he'll be dropping his. So be on the lookout for it. And when it's coming, I'll definitely let you know on here and on social media. And as always, please comment below, like, and subscribe. Peace from Bean and B-Bubb.